Oh, what is going on, everybody?
Hey!
It is Pixel Martyrs here, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Dual Destinies. When we left off, Phoenix had just gone big brain mode.
Yes.
And now we're gonna go and prove that Athena stabbed the third person at the scene of the crime. Who is the real killer?
Nobody knows.
Now that Mr. Wright has finally finished thinking, let us bring this to a swift end. Please give us your verdict, Your Honor, so we can move on to the hostage negotiations.
You're absolutely right, Prosecutor Edgeworth. I hereby...
I didn't say I was finished. I was only pausing for a second. You've been sitting there for like 3 minutes, dude. Because I realized something so shocking, I had to take a break to digest it. But now, I know for a fact that Miss Sykes is innocent.
But Ponko saw me. She witnessed the moment of the crime.
Yes, Pongo did witness something. She saw the hug. In other words, the moment you used the utility knife. But the person you stabbed wasn't your mother.
What are you saying, Mr. Wright?
The answer is simple. The person Miss Sykes stabbed was the third person posing as Dr. Sykes.
What? Oh my god, here he goes again with his wild theories.
You really expect us to swallow that, Mr. Wright? According to the robot's statements, there was no third person there. Did you really think I wouldn't see through your ludicrous grab for time? After all we've been through, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm disappointed.
I'm hurt. I really am.
Don't you know by now that this smile of mine means I have absolute confidence? You make that pose all the time regardless of the facts.
He does.
Clonko's strange malfunction. Mr. Tarrant, you look pale. Shall I help you to the sick bay? Mr. Tarrant? That's Apollo you're talking to.
Oh, this hunk of junk here is mistaking Apollo for Clay. Maybe Apollo's possessed by Clay's ghost.
That would be terrifying.
Yeah.
That was another case of mistaken identity caused by a jacket ID tag. All because Clonko couldn't read Apollo's facial features due to the eye patch. Like Mr. Edgeworth said, a mask could nullify the robot's facial recognition. And then, all the person have to do is wear a jacket with the victim's ID tag to pose as her. Of all the ridiculous theories, what good would a silly disguise like that do? Have you forgotten that the robot is also a heartbeat detection system? If there was a third person at the scene, the robot would have detected them. I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth, but that doesn't count for much, I'm afraid. Because by that time, Dr. Sykes' heart had already stopped beating. What?
So, does that mean...
Yes, Your Honor. The person Miss Sykes stabbed, this third person who was posing as Dr. Sykes, is her mother's real killer. But that's... I'm impossible!
No, he was saying impossible.
Well, I didn't know.
There was no apostrophe.
Well, you never know with this game.
A mask? The person I stabbed was wearing a mask?
It was an Edgeworth mask.
Order in the court. Miss Sykes, did you say something?
A mask?
Whoa.
Yes. I remember
The kabuki mask thing. Athena? What is it?
She's not liking what she's remembering. This poor girl. I remember a man with a mask. How could he... What did he do to my mother?
Mask to mask?
My head.
Mask to mask is the ultimate spy.
Miss Sykes, are you alright?
We all know this.
No! Ooh.
The black Cyclops, they're breaking.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness.
It's just slightly terrifying. This is not going to be good for her, though.
Well, let's see. It could go good or bad. Whatever it is, it's been unveiled, so...
It's all coming back to me. Everything that happened the day my mother was murdered.
Okay. Progress. Let's see what we got here.
These memories were repressed.
Oh, yeah. It's always a great sign. They're gone. The black psych-locks are gone.
Psyche,
Finally gone.
Psyche
Psyche-locks. Psycho-locks.
You call them psycho locks.
You didn't really stab your mother, did you? It's all right, Athena. Just tell us what you saw that day.
I was drawing a picture. When I was done, I went to show it to my mom. I opened the door, and then...
It's all right. I'm right here. You're safe, Athena.
She was on the floor by the workbench with the katana sticking out of her. Jesus. There was a handkerchief over her face, but I knew it was her by her clothes. And there was a man there. A man?
Quiet, Your Honor. Go on, Athena.
He tried to attack me. In a panic, I grabbed the knife that was there and... He dodged it first, so I only got his clothes. But I tried again.
And this time you got him, didn't you?
I did. I remember it clearly now. The knife went into the back of his hand. Then he kicked me and I passed out. When I came to, my mom wasn't moving. I had to do something. I had to fix her, I thought. So I asked Ponko to move her to the operating table. Something's wrong with Mom, so I'm taking her apart to fix her. Yeah, she genuinely thought she was fixing her. That's fucking sad.
So that's why she said that.
She had that face wasn't like a psychotic look. It was a look of like being in shock and hopeful at the same time. Yeah, she's like, I can. Yeah. She'll be fine. Yeah.
Your Honor, as you can see, the defendant has just given us critical new testimony. A man was there before Miss Sykes arrived, a man who covered the victim's face and put on the victim's jacket. This man is the real culprit.
Miss Sykes, do you have any idea who this man was?
No, I'm afraid I don't.
A few moments ago, Miss Sykes mentioned a mask. Obviously, it's mask to mask. Athena, can you tell us anything else about it, like the fact it was mask to mask?
Oh my god, can you stop?
I've known for years he was fucking insane. It's about time he struck.
Stop with the bit! Let me read! Yes, the mask. It was my mom's Japanese theater mask. I think it was the one hanging on the wall of the lab.
Ah, this mask hanging here on the wall, it's terrifying.
It was kind of spooky, that mask. My mom used to tell me that a no mask even has the power to turn an ordinary human being into a phantom. Phantom!
Phantom? Like Danny Phantom?
It would seem.
I'm thinking about Blackwell's, chasing the phantom.
Obviously. That's why phantoms.
That's a new suspect has emerged. And that means that all suspicion against Miss Sykes has...
Don't do it. God damn it. Wait, who's holding it?
Of course she is.
Oh, God.
You see, this is precisely why I can't trust the court system. Athena Sykes is the murderer. I won't accept any other verdict.
Miss Blackwell, this is not good.
A new suspect? Where's the proof this person ever existed? Who says it wasn't all just a dream in the little princess's groggy little head?
She's right. I don't have any hard evidence of the masked man's existence. Oh, I don't exist?
Yeah. Ooh. Thank you, Mr. Wright. I'll never be able to repay you for all you've done. But I'm fine now, because I can say with certainty that I didn't kill my mother.
Athena, I'm so glad for you.
More and more memories are coming back now. So I'd like to say one thing, if I could. Bonko came to the robotics lab at about 2 p.m. to recharge. I went to the robotics lab at about 2 p.m. for my regular recharge. Just as I was about to charge up, Athena came in and hugged Mommy Metis. And then my Metis fell down. After that, I was recharging, so I don't know anything.
I see where you're going with this. If Mommy Metis was really the killer in disguise.
Right. Then he must have come to the robotics lab before 2 p.m.
Do I have anything here in the evidence that can help me find this person who came to the lab before 2 p.m.? I like the way you move. Okay. Evidence that someone came
So,
to the robotics lab.
are you sure there's a tear in that jacket?
Yes. Yeah. It's.
Do you think that's what she missed when he dodged?
She said she hit the clothes, so
yeah.
It's exactly, we have that.
So we have that for when we need it, but that's not what this. I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
That's the corridor after the crime. There's the katana.
Something that can help us
photo
find
of the
who
crime.
it was that came in before a certain time.
Before 2 p.m. We have to have evidence that can help us find the person before 2 p.m.
There's a jacket on the floor.
There is that, but okay. Let me see here. The victim of the katana, the victim who had the card nearby. Moon rock was stolen. Hope capsule, rolling cases, hang scroll. And there's this autopsy report between 1 and 3. That doesn't do anything for us.
We got this dramatic music going on.
I'm confused because we're looking for something that can help us find
the person. Yeah.
So we need evidence that proves that someone could have been in there before 2 p.m., but I'm not quite certain how that's.
It wouldn't be the autopsy report, would it?
No.
Because it's the time of death was between 1 and 3.
We're trying to find the existence of someone else.
Yeah.
That's only for the Space Museum, so that's not going to do anything for us. The Hope
I'm
capsule.
trying to find stuff with times on it, and the autopsy report is the only thing I can think of.
That's not going to do anything for us. That's afterwards. Bucko was the only one to pass through the time of the crime. Doesn't make any sense. I genuinely don't know. Unless it's the fact of the jacket being down there, but...
I really like this track.
Yes, it's dramatic. The only two things that I have that really say anything are the 7-year-old photos or the Hat 1 exhibit torn jacket stuff, but this doesn't necessarily prove anything.
No.
But it's the only thing that we have.
Are we gonna have to look it up?
Nope, that's not it. This piece of evidence will reveal the identity of the person. Reveal the identity of the person that came to the lab. I don't.
At least this will give us a thing.
Yeah.
Because when you get it wrong, it usually gives you a hint.
I'll help you to remember to think before you speak. Ow!
All right, now what? He said, "Ow!"
Ow! Tag team by Lemon Juice and Paper Cut.
Oh.
Could an image of the culprit possibly have been captured anywhere? Have anything here in the evidence that can help me find this person who came to the lab before 2 p.m.?
What?
Is it
the person in the newspaper article?
I was gonna say, is it? Wait, where was it? Here? Is it this? Because that was the Hat 1 launch imminent, and there's a person there wearing one of the staff jackets.
And the kabuki mask is on the wall.
That's apparently not it. The only thing I can think of, and I'm taking some hits here now, unfortunately, but I'm just gonna let them do this. So the only thing I can think of. The only thing I can think of at this point I'm not sure. Because, I mean, this is the only thing I can...
Because we're trying to prove it's not Blackwell.
Well, the problem is that I don't think we can prove this. So I have two theories. My first theory is the fact that maybe somehow... Well, no, that would make sense of a person being there.
You know what's weird, though?
Lay it on me.
In both of the pictures of Blackwell, it doesn't show his face.
I think that's one of the mysteries I want to have you do, but he's stated where he's been. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but I don't have to. It has to be one of these, like, those few pieces of evidence here that show something. So the two theories I have are that either that's somehow not Black Quill, or the person's leaving through the box somehow, even though he stuffed the things in the box. He stuffed Ponko in the box. Or if we're going to a stretch, we can go off of the fact of. Wait a minute.
What?
I'm trying to think logistically here. Because I just realized that that's going through a window. But we have to point out the fact that there was a person that took a picture.
What do you mean going through? Oh.
I just realized it's a window, but I don't know where exactly this window is. But we can prove that.
For some reason, my brain thought it was sunlight.
Alright, the last thing I do before I reload is I'm going to try this photo of the crime, because there was someone that took a picture of the crime that was, like, glazed over earlier on. Please?
Nope.
Oh my god, I'm just gonna reload from when I last saved, because I have no, don't judge us, people. Don't judge us.
Judging is my job, don't do it.
So the last thing I have that I can think of that makes sense to me is a 7-year-old video.
Oh.
Okay, let's go with this now. So let's see where this is taking us so we can see where this theory's going. This is Prosecutor Blackwell leaving the scene after the incident at around 3 p.m.
I think I was putting too much thought into it with the whole not seeing his face thing.
Yeah.
I was like, what if it's that person and it's actually dressed like the Black one? That wouldn't make any sense.
What I'm wondering is, does the video show anyone else passing by there before then? I don't see anything in the investigation report. It looks like they didn't check. Just as I thought. So if we rewind the footage and go back to around 2 p.m., we should be able to see the true culprit leaving the scene.
Very well then, let's take a look.
There, please stop her right there.
Yo.
It's a person.
They have a bloody hand.
It's just like you said, there's a man leaving the scene of the crime.
Miss Sykes, do you remember this person?
That's him, I'm sure of it. He's wearing my mother's jacket. I did, but what I really wanted to see was her jacket.
That jacket on display. That was Dr. Sykes?
Yeah, there's the tear.
Yeah, the tear's on it.
Can you see it? There's the slash I made with the utility knife that day. And I'm sure that knife is under that jacket somewhere.
So then, everything Miss Sykes said.
Exactly. It proves that Miss Sykes' memory was correct. Dr. Sykes' killer arrived at the robotics lab before 2 p.m. I didn't realize we had the possibility of actually saying rewind the tape, because I figured, oh, they'd fucking done that already.
Yeah, right? Like you'd think they would have gone through everything, but no.
He killed her and hit her face with a handkerchief. Then he disguised himself with Dr. Sykes' jacket and mask that were there in the lab.
The culprit probably knew beforehand that Ponko charged up at 2 p.m. every day. So he waited for Ponko to come into the lab for her regular recharge.
By leaving Dr. Sykes' jacket on, the culprit tricked Ponko into thinking he was Dr. Sykes, thereby making it look like she was alive up to that point in time. All disguised the real time of death.
What?
Oh boy. It's a nice theory, Mr. Wright.
What do you mean it's a nice theory?
But I'm afraid that it's just not possible. But what? Why not?
Yeah.
The victim's jacket is clearly visible right there in this video.
And his hand's bloody.
And that right there is precisely the problem. The ID tag on the jacket at the scene confirms beyond doubt that it belonged to the victim. If the person who left the lab truly was wearing the victim's jacket, then how could it possibly have wound up back at the crime scene? Huh. What's going on? That doesn't make sense. Everett's right. If the culprit was wearing the jacket, how did it get back to the lab?
What do you mean the victim brought it back?
That wouldn't make sense. The victim was dead. Huh.
You think the killer brought it back? Because the way they looked kind of panicked in that
Yeah.
thing. And they were looking back.
Yeah. I mean, the victim brought it back wouldn't make any sense.
No.
Because
She came
dead.
back to life, stole her jacket back, and went back to being dead.
The defendant brought it back wouldn't make sense. So the killer's the only one that makes sense. I'm probably wrong on that one, but let's go for it. The killer used the jacket as a disguise to make his escape. In order to conceal that fact, he had to get the jacket back to the crime scene. So the culprit simply returned to the robotics lab and later implanted it there. Contradiction resolved. Ah shit, here we go. Except they would have been impossible. The only people who came to the robotics lab after the killer were Prosecutor Blackwell and the people who reported the body. And they claimed that the jacket was there when they arrived. So, when he proposed this mysterious man of yours had the chance to return the jacket.
A puzzling question indeed.
Wouldn't the culprit have the chance to bring the jacket back?
What do you mean at the time of the murder?
I'm gonna say when the body was found, because we'll say it was one of the people that discovered the body.
Ah.
The only time the culprit could have returned the jacket was when the body was found. Mr. Wright, do you realize the implication of that argument? I do. Most people, when they come across a murder, focus their attention on the body. The culprit could have taken advantage of that split second to plant the jacket. In other words, the true culprit of this case, the man known as the Phantom, was one of the first people to discover the body.
I never would have thought of that.
I know, Judge. I know.
Order in the court. What is the meaning of this, Prosecutor Edward?
He's like, let me look at this paper.
The body was discovered and reported by a group of 3 people. They were there to collect the space probe capsule in preparation for the Hat 1 launch. One of those people had a special bag to transport the capsule in. Oh, you mean the shock-resistant bag? Correct. I suppose if the jacket was in that bag, it could have been returned to the scene of the crime without anyone noticing. I'll see to it that you get the reports on those 3 people. You will? We should also check the facial recognition database for that robot. If this person felt the need to hide his face with a theater mask, it might mean that his facial data was once registered.
Prosecutor Edward, does this mean?
I have to admit I believe Miss Sykes' memories to be credible. You win, Wright. If this was ever an official trial anyway.
Not that it means anything.
Do my ears deceive me? Prosecutor Edward, are you actually conceding?
I mean, he's one of those guys that's just after the truth,
Yeah?
you know? Is it true, boss? Does this mean
I can't believe it. It's over. I won. I proved that both Athena and Prosecutor Blackwell are innocent.
Now you just have to find who's guilty.
Your Honor, I see no need to further prolong this trial.
He's like,
Hold on,
that.
Mr. Wright. Have you forgotten who's in charge of this trial?
Oh, yeah.
That's right. I'm the one who's supposed to say, I see no need to further prolong.
No, incorrect. Not you either, Your Honor.
It's Aura.
Now silence.
The little princess who was truly beloved by Metis and who repaid that love with death. All these years hating Athena was the only thing that's kept me going. But what do I do now? Can anybody tell me? How am I supposed to go on?
Miss Blackwell. How unlike you, Aura. Metis was deeply passionate about her work, and she chose you as her partner. Isn't that...
Shut up, Simon. You know exactly how I felt about her. Her respect as a coworker wasn't all that I wanted, or was it?
What
do you want from her?
Did you really just go there, Your Honor? Aura, there's something I've wanted to say if you will lend me an ear. I have in my possession a lead on who Metis' murderer is.
What?
You do? Right, Dono, you asked me about the identity of the Phantom of 7 years past. That's right. The Phantom, the person Blackwell has been looking for, even from behind bars. 7 years ago, somebody hatched a plan to sabotage the Hat 1 rocket. The spy.
The spy.
But he was no ordinary spy. We knew not about him, his background, appearance. We came to refer to him as the Phantom.
Of the opera.
At the time, I was working with the police to hunt him down. And then one day a miracle occurred, and I obtained a lead on him.
Oh, how exciting! What was the lead?
Recording the Phantom's voice, but the quality was too poor for proper voice analysis. Yet I had hope. Laura's co-worker was a scientist who could analyze human emotions. So I asked her to evaluate the recording using analytical psychology. And that scientist was Dr. Sykes. Yes, Spy's greatest fear is to have his true identity discovered. In addition to Hat 1, Dr. Sykes' results in the recording were surely among his targets. Oops. But his search at the Space Center bore no fruit, so he must have started to panic.
Why'd you say oops?
Because I started pulling stuff on the table and was almost knocking shit over.
Don't do that.
It was okay.
He couldn't find them, but where could they have been?
Huh. Who's to say? Wow, I bet he's never let that out of his sight all these years.
Yeah.
How in the world did you smuggle them into prison? Oh, I have my ways. What's more, a partner is especially talented at that sort of thing.
Hey!
Oh shit, hello.
Why are you on my head again, little bird?
I worked to lure the Phantom in by spreading rumors through the underworld. I was even granted permission to prosecute cases to attract the Phantom's attention. Just try to retrieve your identity, you bloody butcher. Became my taunt. And what about the results Dr. Sykes drew up for you? Was there any useful information? Here, you can see for yourself. But take good care of it. That's all I have left of my mentor.
What is this music?
I don't know.
We have not heard this before.
I better hold on to this real tight.
Like, I don't recognize it, do you?
No. I've never heard this one before, I don't think. Psychological profiles. Classified. Emotional output of this voice extremely weak compared to typical voices. Subject deemed to have unique
wait, would this be her mom?
I were just reading the paper, I assume. Subject deemed to have a unique psychological makeup with almost no emotional fluctuation.
Oh, true, yeah, it's a paper one.
No emotional fluctuation, huh?
Weird.
A spy experiences...
Excuse you.
Sorry. No emotions. Not sadness, nor anger, and naturally no fear. He's the very definition of a phantom. A monster with no heart. Don't you see?
A robot? No.
This creature is the rot that destroyed our lives and set with what ails us all into motion. The Phantom indeed. A fitting name for the one who has brought darkness to our world.
Well then, it seems a faint image of this man has started to take shape. Based on what we've learned, I'd like all of you to conduct further investigation. It is not a formal trial, but I do want to follow protocol. If I may, I'd like to hand down my verdicts and bring these proceedings to an end.
Whatever. Do what you want.
You'll hear no objections from me. Yes, please, Your Honor. It's over. It's finally over.
Kind of.
Very well. In that case, Prosecutor Blackwell, could you please take the stand?
All right. Doop-a-doop-a-doop.
Yeah. His little scoot.
As a result of this trial, your innocence has been proven. The verdict handed down 7 years ago is hereby overturned.
Huh.
Okay. Ungrateful much. And now, the defendant of the current trial, Mrs. Dina Sykes.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, thank you. Thank you for everything.
Athena, you're more than welcome.
If everyone is ready, I'll now give my verdict.
Oh my god! Who?
You!
Apollo?
Apollo?
Apollo, what are you doing?
What
Why
are
are
you
you
doing,
objecting?
dog?
Why are you objecting, Apollo?
Apollo! What is the meaning of this?
That's what I'd like to know.
Congratulations, Mr. Wright and Prosecutor Edgeworth. You uncovered the truth from 7 years ago and you saved Prosecutor Blackwell.
Uh-huh.
However, I can't allow this trial to end just yet.
What?
Why not?
Apollo, why?
Why, Apollo? Why would you do this to us?
What?
What
the fuck is going on here?
Why can't can't you let us get Athena to be proven to be innocent first, to be not guilty?
Because remember when we were talking about it, he was kind of skeptical when he was with Aura in the robotics lab. Remember they were talking, he's like, I don't know. And we're like, excuse me?
It's like, naughty the fuck? Oh my god, well, you know what?
Oh, Apollo, you're making me a lot like you, boy.
I guess we'll find out next time what Apollo's up to.
And I don't like not liking you.
Oh no.